Hello everyone and welcome back to the Zero Day Gym. Today I am going to be showing you guys how to set up Android Hacking Lab on your Kali Linux. So a quick disclaimer before we start. I am running my Kali Linux on a virtual machine, but if you run a Kali Linux on a virtual machine while you're hacking Android applications, this could cause some crashes, some errors, or some stuff like that. So if you want to use Kali Linux for hacking your Android devices, I suggest running it on your main operating system and not as a virtual machine. I'm just going to be showing you guys how to actually install everything on my virtual machine because I don't have Kali Linux installed on my main machine. So first things first, we are going to be installing Android Studio. So open up your browser. I'm going to be using Firefox. Type in Android Studio install, and I just need to turn off my proxy. Right, then click on this first link, install Android Studio. Okay, and when you're on this page, click on download the latest version of Android Studio and wait for the page to load. Then click on download Android Studio Koala feature drop. Scroll down to accept terms of conditions. And then click download Android Studio for Linux. It should automatically detect the operating system that you're running. And as you can see, it's going to be 1.2 gigabytes, so you're going to have to wait a little bit. Okay, and once your Android Studio finishes installing, as you can see, it finished. I will go to my folder where I downloaded it. So as you can see, I have it here, and I can just type tar xf and then Android Studio. Wait for it to extract. Once it finishes extracting, go to the Android Studio folder. Right, then go to bin. And then you can see in the bin folder, studio.sh, you can type in /studio.sh, enter. Then wait for Android Studio to run. And if everything is installed successfully, you will see the screen open, and then after it finishes, I always like to not send my data to Google or any third-party services, so I click don't send. It's your personal choice, and then wait, it will download all the dependencies and everything. Once you are on this Studio Setup Wizard page, you can click on next. Then you can select standard installation, it's fine. Then you can see all the things that it's going to download, and download size will be 2.08 gigabytes for me. Click next. Then click on accept and then next, and then finish. And then it will start downloading your files. This will take some time to download, so I am going to meet you when it finishes downloading for me. Okay. So now my Android Studio finished installing. I am going to be clicking on finish. And if you're greeted with this welcome to Android Studio page, you can click on new project to check if it's compiled and ran well. You can click on no activity and then finish. And then it will download just some more files that it needs. And if everything is correct, then it should in a second open my Android Studio on my Kali Linux machine. And now we are going to be moving on with the tools that we require. Okay, so it's finished, and we click on finish again and wait for it to generate sources, and we can see that Android Studio has installed successfully. Now moving on, I am going to be teaching you how to install ADB. So just close out the Android Studio. Okay, now I will show you how to install ADB. So in your Kali machine, type in sudo apt-get update to update your files. Type in Kali your machine password, and When it finishes updating, type in sudo apt-get install AGB and then wait for it to download. Click on yes, then wait for it to install. Once it finishes installing, you can verify that it installed successfully by typing adb. And you can see that there's commands for adb. This means that your adb has installed successfully. We can clear the window, and now I'm going to be showing you how to install APKTool. So just simply type sudo apt-get install APKTool, click on enter, and then yes for every prompt that it asks you. It's going to install relatively quickly, and in a second here we can see that APKTool has successfully installed, hopefully. And now we can verify that it installed successfully by typing APKTool. And we get greeted with these commands. This means that APKTool has successfully installed. And the last tool that we are going to be needing for our course is going to be Jadex. Jadex is installed simply as well by typing sudo apt-get install Jadex. Wait for it to download. And after Jadex is installed, we can verify its installation by typing Jadex-GUI, and Jadex GUI will launch for us in a second. Right, now we see that Jadex has successfully installed on our Kali Linux machine. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Please make sure to click subscribe and maybe comment if you have any questions or anything. I am going to be answering to all of your comments. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.